All right, hello. I'm back. Had an appointment, so we had to kind of split the stream. So I'm back here. I want to work on some more mining stuff. Put up an announcement and a channel in the Discord for the for the multiplayer series. Start doing the multiplayer series tomorrow, and that's gonna be for members and patrons currently only. And so start that tomorrow. We'll start working on some of this mining. I haven't decided if we're going to be doing gold or if we're going to be doing some other sort of mineral or ore yet. But I'm making something here for potentially gold. So how's it going there? Let's see. Nilixon, how are you? All right. So I just went over to the gold washing station and measured. This is the height of the gold washer is this high. It's 31 blocks, 7.75 meters, something like that. And so what I want to make is like a forklift so that I can pull the containers at that particular base off of the train and then drive it directly there and then unload it or, empty each container. So that's what I plan on doing with this. I'm doing pretty well there, guys. How are you, Jason? How are you? Doing well. All right, so let's work on this. So we want to make, I'm going to make this very large forklift. Kind of looking at, see if I can spell Laterno. Let's see, log lifter. Try to get some, a little bit of some reference material here of stuff to look at. So this is the Laterno. Of course, it's French, so I spelled it like a gringo. But it is the Laterno. Kind of something like this is what I'm thinking. Let me see if I can find a Laterno. It's kind of neat. It's very mechanical. It doesn't have hydraulic. I think it's all mechanic. You use like these interesting sleeves. It's kind of a neat design, but this would be kind of neat to go after this Laterno. Let's look at it. Oh, wow, this is quite a big picture. All right, so it articulated. That's kind of neat. It has, instead of hydraulics, it looks like it's all mechanical, which is really super neat. It has looks like a big half circle with teeth on it, so probably has a drive gear here. And then it has, if you notice here, it's looks like an electric motor. I don't think it's hydrostatic. I think it's electric. Boogie woogie woogie. And then it has this long shaft with teeth on it, and so as this would rotate, it would push it out. Then, as you can see here, we have more teeth, so it looks like it's 100% mechanical, which is super neat. This looks like a mechanical drive system there, so really neat how this works. And so I'm thinking something like this, kind of neat. Yeah, you can see like it has the teeth to, so these are geared teeth here to move the upper jaws. That's really neat. So kind of a neat machine. I'm interested how the mechanism there works, but really cool machine. So I'm kind of thinking of kind of maybe basing it off of that. It has to go up really high, so something like that I think would be kind of neat to work on. Good to see you, David McGowan. I was actually looking through the logs there. I was putting some people in the Steam ping roll, and I saw you and I said, "Oh, I haven't seen Dave McGowan in a while." So good to see you. All right, so let's put the Laterno off the side here, and we'll expect to look at that for a little bit of reference. It doesn't have to be the same. It's not going to be a replica or anything, but so I want to be able to pick up the ore containers and move them up there. So let's see what so it's going to have to be multi-sleeves to get it up there. So let's say a 5 and then maybe a 3. Let's play with that. And we'll see how high we have to get. So I'll move parts around the different to where they have to go. And I still visibly want to be able to see what I'm working with. So we could do 7 on the first set. Trying to think how wide I want this to be. Because I'm going to spawn this in with an add-on there, so it doesn't have to be very small. Then it only has to get up to here, so it's going to be multi-sleeves. Let's go ahead and put on... linear track there. I think I want to set this up. Let's go regular linear tracks here. Let's go out to 7, actually. So I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna make the lifting mechanism first. Okay. So that's gonna be the most complicated part. And as long as it works and it's strong and it can lift what it needs to, then proof of concept wise we're good and we can move on from there. If it doesn't want to work at all, we know that nope, proof of concept wise is not going to work and we have to come up with something else. So I think what I'm going to do is I don't know, I think the brakes have been working all right, so let's try doing it this way. All right, and let's do tracks. All right, so that will be stage 1. All right, that'll be stage 1 right there. And so we need to get it up to 7 meters, which is here. So there's section 1. So I want to make it so that I can see through the middle. All right, and then let's see. Let's try to see if I can duplicate this and get section 2 in here somehow. Let's do, maybe we'll do it. Let's go cut you, and then we'll move. Don't cut it, please. Copy it, please. Thank you. Let's cut that out. Yep, 2 lives in 1 day. Had an appointment, so I had to go to that. All right, so let's see if I move those in 1. I think that will work. Could do it off this right here. I could keep it in the same footprint. Could keep it in the same footprint. That gives me more visibility and the new cross-hatching. I think that's what I want to do. So there's level 2. And so at level 2, we expect to be high enough. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. 2 stages would be nice if we can make 2 stages work. All right, so that's going to attach to there, and then this will be the fork section here. The thing of it is I don't have any fork recessions in the container, so I might have to put those in if I'm going to do it with forks. Try to decide how I want to do this. I might add something to the container so I do a lift. I do have a hard point in the center. Could do it like that. That's a thought. So we'll work on this and figure this out here. Why is that the red section? That's what I want to know. If you want to smooth your red section, just cut out the red section. If it's small, oh shit, that doesn't help. It's small like this, and then you want to grab all of it, and then cut it, paste it, and then you notice that should change the red section to something. And then what we can do is I'll cut out this, and then I'll add it to something later once we get moving. But just grab some weight blocks. Just want to be able to have this sit, and then I want to actuate it. So this isn't going to sit on the ground. This is going to be even higher, so shouldn't have a problem. I want to do strength testing here, so need to have a bunch of counterweight for strength testing. I just want to test out the mechanism because, you know, this is going to be the main thing is get this working. We know it's going to work. If I can't get this part to work correctly, we're kind of up shit's creek. Let's see. All right, so let's make a quick microcontroller for this. All right, we'll run it off a seat. This is work, lift, micro. All right, that'll be composite input seat. All right, let's see. Number, output. Linear tracks, stage 1. All right, let's do output. Brakes, stage 1. Linear tracks, stage 2. Brakes, stage 2. All right, so I'll make this really quickly here. All right, and then we'll just do... Could do them all at once, too. That would make it easier. Do it all at once? Yeah, let's do it all at once, actually. Linear tracks. And brakes. Make it easy. They'll move in unison. There's no real reason. They're just going up to do it. Let's go ahead and do up, down. So we'll read 4. Let's go ahead, do a... I'll do, let's see, negative 0.25, comma, 0.25. All right, that will go to there. And then if this reads 0, the brakes will be applied. Okay, update that. Hook these in. So that's brake, 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 brake. Linear, 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 linear. Okay, seat. Composite, right like that. And then we want up, down to be reset 100%. All right, let's test this out. Infinite electricity would probably be helpful. Nothing, huh? Nothing? Interesting. Let's quickly just, we'll sit in the seat and I'm just going to trim it in. See what it's doing. Brake's true, so why is it still reading 0? Okay, let's see what's up with this. I plugged that in, I did. Let's check the microcontroller. That's why. It's supposed to be 4. That would do it. So that pink line there is that is set to be that's the height that we need to achieve at minimum. We need to get the bottom of the container up there. So that will exceed right there. All right, so we'll try to lift it. Yeah, okay, so let's see. Let's try to get this lifted. Let me move, see if we have space here. Might be a little, so I use this measuring stick, it just has different colors on it, so I went and put that out in the world, and then it quickly tells me what color it has to be at to do it, so it's kind of cool to have a measuring stick. Oh, I knew it was going to do that. Okay. I was hoping this measuring stick was far enough away, but it is not. Just attach it here. Alright, so this I'm going to fill with coal, so I want this to be as heavy as it can be. And it should be sideways, I would say. And I'll come up with an attachment system later, but for now I'm just going to hard connect it. Like that. Let's get it centered here. It's not centered. Alright, now it's centered. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll just crank these up. Alright, so this should now be full, so that we can kind of do a test with it full and what the weight is. They reduce the weight of these, which is very helpful. And then we will go ahead and we'll just merge this up here. Okay. This could be problematic that be the red section, so I have to keep that in mind, is we want the primary section to not be what we're lifting, but currently that's what it is. Oh yeah, no problem. That's light and beautiful. So as you can see, it only has to go up to the height of the pink section. So that's plenty high. We're sliding down. We should have brakes on. So what I might need to do is do sideways grippers. Let's see if I can see the grippers. Make sure they're locking. Yeah, the brakes are on. So I'm getting a little bit of slip. Let's see how bad it is, if it continues or if it stopped. Looks like it stopped. So let me look. Yeah, we had a little bit of slack in there, but it's not bad. What I might do is, I don't know. I could do one sideways and one forward. Like that. We could do that so we have a lock track as well. Because if you put them sideways, they'll lock. And then that's pretty much foolproof. Won't do anything. But that's kind of what we're looking at here for putting that above the gold thingy-majiggy. And then we have the dump right there. And so what I'd probably do, I'm trying to think how we would trigger that. Okay. Well, we know this works. So proof of concept is done, and that's good because I want to know that this is going to work. And I think that's pretty much proven that this will work. So that is worth continuing. If it's not going to work, then no point in continuing. Or continuing in this way, you know? So, but that pretty much proves that will work, so that's good. So this mechanism works pretty well. I'm going to refine the mechanism a little bit. So, for example, we were having that issue where we had a little bit of slack. Let's see. So one thing we can do is turn some of these grippers sideways. So I think we'll do asymmetrical. So we'll do this. Let's get rid of, if we're going to do it asymmetrical, get rid of symmetry there. Ding dong. Let's get rid of that. We'll catch up in chat in a second, guys. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to lay one of these tracks in place, but we're going to put these sideways. So instead of vertical, they'll go sideways. And what will happen is the gripper won't break, but it will be on-off, essentially. All right, and then we need one more here. All right, and let's go ahead and we're going to cut that. That one will go there, paste, and then we will do asymmetry on this where we have them like this so that one is sliding, one is locking, and so that, like, if one side locked, it could tilt. If two sides are locking, it's likely to stay. It's not going to torque. So we'll do like that. We'll merge this back to, that's supposed to merge there? It is supposed to merge there. Why are you not merging, son? Oh, because of this. Okay. Okay, and then this one here is easy to merge up. All right, good. And then this one needs to rotate. And then this one here needs to rotate. And then we don't need a lock track down here. We need a gripper there. This was supposed to be a gripper here. What am I doing here? Yeah. That's correct right there. Okay, and then did I get this one sideways? I did. That one's supposed to be vertical. Perfect. All right. Make sure I got cut off the top there. I did. Okay, nice, nice, nice. And then we could go up one higher on this, so let's go ahead and do that. And that one goes all the way up. All right, good. All right, and then we need to work on this. So what we want to do is that's going to be output. That's release, locking, gripper. All right, and then so if this is not 0, we want to release the locking gripper. All right, so let's see. We got to get the setup right. So the brakes are changing. So let's see. The brakes go off of this one, and then the brakes are going to go off of this one. The brake is going to go on there. So we should have 2 brakes and 2 releases now. So that's going to be a release connector, and this one's going to be a release connector. And then we have linear tracks, linear track, linear track, linear track, linear track. All right, and let's see. I don't think I moved that, so that should be good. All right, so now this should lock better. So this one here should grab those, and we'll see if it grabs. See if it's going to grab here. Release connector is true. It should not be true. Why is that true? Interesting. Why is that true? Oh, what did I do? Yeah, if it's not 0, what? That should work. If it's not 0, it should release the gripper. Interesting. So I'll get a number off this too. Let me see. On to dial. See, where is it? Up, down is there. Let's see. So that when that reads a 0, that should be. It's reading a 0. It might not be reading a perfect 0 is the problem. All right, there. You see it jumped into the track for a second there. So it's not, it keeps stopping and jumping because for some reason it is misbehaving. Let me see if I put the brake on wrong. Release, so the brake should be true, so it looks, maybe I just hooked it up wrong. So check it. Alright, this one should be brake. And then this one should be brake. Yeah, so those should be the, nope, that's screwed up. Okay, that's why. Alright. That should be release right here. Release right there. And this one should be, let me fucking check this again. Bottom, top should be release. That is not. Okay, brakes. And then release locking. I have them backwards. All right, no wonder. All right. So this should be brakes, should be brake, and brake. And then this should be release. Release locking gripper should be here. That's release. Nope. Release right there. And then this one here should be release. Release. Okay, so that's correct now. So release. Sorry, brakes. Correct. Release. Correct. All right, let's try it now. So what that will do is the sideways one will grab onto that track segment and will snap in and lock. And so it makes it hard as rock. So now it should have no sag because those should be locking in. So like this one here, the sideways one. Is it actually in a segment? It is. Okay. So let's jump up and see it. So that should be locked. So release should be false. It is. Brake should be true. Yep. So that should set us in there. And that should really make it super duper stable. Yep. That should make it super stable. And because they're asymmetrical here, these are going to be locked diagonally. So they won't cause interference problems. Yeah, won't give it any torquing moment, is essentially what I'm trying to say. Okay, there we go. Let's actually not do that right now. Let's do this. Let's go across. It's going to be too short for that. That will be a way to shorten it up. Okay, let's try that. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we need to cut in here. Okay. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I might prefer it as not 2s. I think 2s are too much because it's going to make 4 blocks in the middle there. Yeah, let's do smaller ones. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Correct? Let me see. 1 block off. That would put it there. Right off the sides like this. I like that better for bracing, and then put the blocker here like that. Oh, that's good. I love it when it drags absolutely 9 million friggin' blocks in the way. Thanks, guy. I appreciate that. All right, let's get that. Oh, nice. I shut symmetry off. All right, good. I think the last one will do it this way. That will shrink it down. All right, there's the gridding. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I can see through that fine. So wherever we put the cab, that'll be fine to be able to see through it. Go ahead and catch up with chat. Okay. All right, let's see. That's pretty good. I'm digging that. That'll be the mechanism. It doesn't even have to be that huge to be able to fill it. And then I'm also going to lift it all the way to the top. Let's try something here. All right, let's leave that as a 1-4. Change the gear ratios on that one. There we go. I want that top segment to move faster. Probably a 1-2 maybe. All right, and that should be good and strong. All right, good. So that I'm happy with that. Let's save this. Forklift. All right, forklift mechanism. All right, and then let's load in the container, and I want to check how I want to lift this container and attach to it. So we'll probably be able to go high enough that I don't have to do side connection, but I don't know how I want to do this here. Let me see the width. What's the width of this sucker? So that right there would be 7. I didn't measure for shit here. Let's see. So what are we looking at there? It's 11 wide there. The other thing too is I could grab this from the ass. Could grab this from the ass. Let's see. Let's see how it likes it lengthwise. Lengthwise will probably work. Let's see the width of this. Width is 11. Okay. The thing is, taking off the train, I could use the slings to take it off the train, or I could just use this. So, try to decide. If I take it sideways, it's how it's going to take it off the train. The other thing I could do too is put a rotor on there and pull it off the center. Could try to grab it just off the center peg, so let's see. Let's try that. What's the distance here? So we have... So it is 7 off the edge. Okay. 7 off the edge here. There's my center point right there. So that right there is... The edge would be there, so that would be 7 right there. So trying to think, I probably want to do a top lift, thinking. The problem is if it sticks straight out, you know, you figure you have to do the length times the mass to get the torque. So the longer it's hanging out, the more torque, the more counterweight. By holding it sideways, I can hold it in closer. I need less counterweight. So let's see. Let's try this. Where are we at there? That's 7, 7. Okay. I think I ought to test this out. Should probably set it up so that it, let's see how high that is. I want to see how high this container is. Probably use a little bit of extra height anyway. So let's see. You are what? You are 7 tall, so 8 we would want. Okay. So that's 2. That's 6 right there. I need to bump out on this then. Yeah, I need to bump out on that if I'm putting friction blocks on there. Oh, don't want that. Let's do... Alright, so that should be able to do it. I'm trying to think how I would drag this in for now. I'll just push it with something. All right, let's get the container in here. Let's actually save this first. All right, let's get the container in. Might be close to fitting. No, real close to fitting. Okay. Electric cart, where are you at there, guy? Brute force this into position. All right. Tiny taparoo is what we need here. Tiny taparoo. There we go. All right, good. The hell did I dick up this measurement? That makes sense, though. I did screw it up. It needs to come in 1 block. All right, we should have, okay, so see, we had a little sag, but it grabs on there. So we're going to get a little sag, and then it's going to grab on the second set. So as you can see with the pink line is where that needs to be minimum to fit over. And so we should be good. We also need to think that this needs to tilt forward because we go up a ramp. And so this needs to tilt forward. As we tilt forward, we're actually losing altitude. So being, what, 3 blocks probably above is probably good. So we'll slide that in a little bit. All right, good. So I'm happy with that. Let's grab the... Grab this. All right, so that should hopefully be good. Probably can even put a corner block in there. I don't know if I need it, though. I don't really need it, but... Put some brace blocks in there just for funsies. All right, so that will be how we're going to do it. How's it going there, Citrus? Let's see. I am currently working on a forklift so that if we do gold, we can get the gold into the washing station. So plan would be to load the forklift with an add-on and then be able to, you know, instead of us having to rope them off the train, this, you know, because, you know, you have to crane them on the train at the site of mining, and then it's, like, you can still do it if you wanted to. You can crane them off with the ropes. But what you could also do is come in with the forklift and grab the next container. As I was thinking, like, doing trucks, but the problem is, like, you'd have to carry the truck with you on the train, and then you'd have to, or you'd spawn it with an add-on. Then you bring the truck over, and then you need the crane to get it up there. With a forklift, you can drive the forklift all the way to the train, grab the next container, and then load them up. And then if somebody wants to run a truck, you can offload them onto the truck and run them to the crane, and the crane doesn't have to go as far. So it gives it good multiplayer capabilities. I opened a channel in the Discord for the multiplayer stream series, so we'll start that tomorrow. But so that should work. Let's save this real quick. All right, so that's the mechanism done. So let's go ahead and take this. All right. So the height works. Let's go ahead and take that. Let's merge that there. All right. And then let's do a quick measure on width here. I want to double check the width. Width is going to be 9er. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and start a new vehicle. And this is going to be the base of this. So I think we're going to do articulated Laterno style. So let's build the front cab first. So what did I say? 9, 9. So let's probably do 11, I'd say, maybe. 9, or we could keep it 9. Let's go 9. That's 9 right there. I might want to go 11. I'm going to just look at the Laterno. Yeah, I don't know. Let's start with 9. We'll see if we like it. 9. Okay. Probably 7s, I'd say. For this width, I think 7s are probably going to be better. I might punch it out further. I'm trying to decide. The Laterno has visible wheels, but it's not going to be a Laterno, so. Actually, I don't need that because I'm doing articulated steering, so let's just go back on that. Because I usually have to flip the wheel because of the steering, which these got turned anyways incorrectly. So let's fix them again. So I'm thinking 7s. And then we'll do the same tire size because we're going to do articulated, so. And what do I have? I have 2 past the center section. So let's go. I don't want this to be tippy, so let's go ahead and just go. We'll go wider on it. Help with some stability on there. We'll go 11. All right, good. Those are still attached. Okay, why won't you drag there, sucker? Sucker? Inevitably, this is going to be backwards, and I'm going to have to switch it. Which side is power on? Top. Okay. Let's get a measure on this. I'm probably off a little bit. Doesn't need to be perfectly aligned. 13, 7. That's perfectly aligned, so that works. All right. Doesn't have to be, but I have it as that. All right. Doesn't necessarily. This side doesn't have to be as boxed. Just need to box the wheels, essentially. Okay, so that's the front. The rear. Rear's going to have the engine in the rear, so... We're going to have the engine in the rear, so let's see. Now let's go ahead and we'll throw the RPS node through here. T-piece enclosed. Tire's so wide, it's hard to get enough interior space without just boxing it. So I end up boxing it. Can fit a 2 in there. I don't think I can. No. I think we'll just do 2s anyways here. Alright, then we need a cab in here, so I'm trying to think how I want to put the cab. Let's do, I want to save a bunch of time, so what we're going to do is we're going to save this. Oh, that just fucked that right there. Okay. I can't grab anything without dicking it up. fuck's sake. Let's see where I can get to here and not dick this up. Kind of want this sitting back more though, so I might not grab those fenders. I might put the front of the fenders on and then move the cab is probably what I'll end up doing here. Okay, let's do that. Let's grab... And this will sit right up, probably pretty close to the hinge section there. Thinking like that. Okay, let's clean up this. Got a bunch of this extra bullshit under here that I don't need now. Okay, symmetry, come on, man. I really don't want this to have a high center of gravity, so I gotta fix some of that. This is gonna be a nightmare if this is a high center of gravity. Okay. We got here for a height. 3-banger. 3-banger, that's pretty typical. All right, let's see. Let's make it a 4-banger. All right. I like sitting up high. It's kind of fun, so. So I'm digging on that so far. Let's leave that black for right now. This is going to get finished off. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll do a flat base on it maybe. I might push that cab just a hair forward here. Right there, maybe. Okay. All right, let me catch up on chat. Here we go. Yep, tomorrow, Citrus. Yeah, there are a bunch of you guys who've been around for a long time. I will be bringing you guys in for multiplayer streams. I'm going to kind of just, I know the guys who've been around for a long time, and also I have it shows me the members on Discord who's been around. But, the members are always going to get first crack because they do support me, but everybody else is going to, I will let other people in from who've been hanging around the Discord, certainly before somebody who, like, say, shows up tomorrow. So like Daniel, if you're around and you want to play, you can play. But it's a thing that is a benefit for being a member. But I will let other people in as well. But the members always get first priority. As a perk for being members. But I will open it up to people who've been around for a while. I'm gonna put in a whitelist for some of these multiplayer sessions. Most of you guys, have been around for a long time. I have no worries about you guys. It's somebody brand new that put them in and they screw something up, or they just act like jackasses, or they want to troll. I can take them off the whitelist, and then they get booted. But yeah, if you want to play Daniel tomorrow, and there should be plenty of space, we can certainly do it. How's it going there, Alistair? Yes, exactly. Yep. Members will get first crack, so we'll ask all them. If we're completely, slam full and, like, you can't take more, we'll have to call it there. But, like, if there's 2 members on, and then I'm not going to just run empty spaces, we'll start bringing in people like Daniel. How's it going, Zerfin? All right, good. So so this is coming along. Kind of got a modern look to it. It's not as old school some of the other ones. And then this right here dicks me. Let's see. That one right there dicks me. Because I can't get a ladder piece there. So I'm going to do an external ladder. We'll go... So I think what I'm going to do is I'll do a full external ladder. That's what I'll do. So we'll go... That's useless to be there anymore. So let's go like that. Yeah, I do plan on I had planned on adding that anyway on Discord for everybody, but I have yet to just set it up. All right, so let's see. This side, I want to cut you, and then you're going to get a block in there like so. That's going to go like that, and then we'll go... let's see. Oh, come on. Click on the color I want, you scum. Alright, there we go. I don't like that ladder color, which sucks. I gotta fix it now. I want the lighter color for the ladders. Sure I didn't cut anything on the side. Nope, okay. Ah. Wrong angle is not helpful. The angle of the dangle is not helpful on that one. Alright, so that is there. Get the back finished up here of the first segment. Go like that. I should have been doing symmetry on that. Okay, we'll make it up here. All right, then we have to work in on the hinge, so I might cut it in. Start cutting in here, I think. And please be 4. That would be friggin' fantastic. Generally is never correct, but we'll see if it does it. Ah, you suck. All right, it's 1 off. It's all right. It's actually probably better this way. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. It's fine. Okay. I know this black's hard to see, but it just makes it so that it makes it easier for me when I get in there. So that's what we'll do. We'll make the black for right now. We'll make it a weird white. That's a weird pink. Make it rose. And then I'll fix it so you guys can actually see what the hell I'm doing, and then I'll fix it later. I want it to kind of be square and industrial and construction. Fuck yo. Urgh. Love it when it does that shit, when I accidentally forget that I have that on. It's not it doing it, it's me doing it, but it's annoying. I forget what I have clicked, and then I click color replace. Kind of that goofy modern look. Like some of this like construction stuff just looks so friggin' goofy nowadays. And I think we'll go 1 lower on the rear. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So let's go. Ah, give me the violet, you dickhead. There you go. All right, famous last words. Give me the violet, dickhead. All right, let's see. I'll end up building up wells in here. I'm just getting it started here, so. All right, I like its general. It's gonna look less goofy and tall because it's gonna have the mechanism in the front. Let's see if I can even get the mechanism in. Probably color that. Let's color it there. So let's actually get rid of you. See ya. Let's save this. Let's open up the mechanism. Let's get rid of the frivolous shit that we don't need. So the pink is how high we have to go to be doing the to do the drilling. To be able to go into the gold washer. I don't know if we'll be doing gold first, but I kind of like the multi-stages of gold. I already set up the world, so the world's set up. We do have like AI stuff, but it's set very low. So it'll be a very low set on that. Let's go to this color, but I'm going to go off one. And that way, if I need to color swap it, I can actually just color swap out this color here. That's way too dark. That's better. But I'm going to go off a couple so that I can change it if need be. All right, let's save that. All right. Alright, I need to put tilt on this. So it needs to get a tilt in there. So we'll make space for the tilt mechanism. Put it there for now, and I'm going to put in the tilt mechanism. Let's do it as the same color as this. So let's just do power pivots. I have them backwards too. Let's see, they need to flip. I can't actually remember if they're backwards or not. I'm trying to remember what up is. Let's see here. Let's do this. Spawn it. Yeah, it's ripped off the door connection here, so. Just crouch, you dickhead. All right, let's see. I want to go. I'm trying to think how I'm gonna do this. So I'm see forward, back. I mean, forward, back will be forward, back. I don't know. I'm pretty much just doing up, down, and then forward, back. So we'll do left, right. So let's say left. Let's just check them. So let's see. That is positive to the right. Okay. Positive is right. So in this one, positive is down. I'm happy with that. We can get used to that. I just want to make sure they were the right direction. I could have inverted them later, but it's one way or the other. Oh, piss right off. There we go. Okay. see. I think there's probably good. I don't know, let's do it on the bumper level, that way we can get over all the obstacles. Okay, pretty good view there. Let's fix the tilt here on this. All right, so I want 3. Let's give this a run. So I might make push button shifter. I don't know how I want to do this yet, but we'll figure it out. For now, this is going to be up, down. And then left, right is going to be... All right. Is it the mass, or is it the wheels are off kilter? I think the mass. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, come on, come on. Go slow. I thought I clicked control 3 fucking times. There we go. Why? What are you on that you don't like? There we go. All right. So that's out, that's in, that's up. Good visibility here. Feels nice and tall. Should have no problem reaching things. And then I'll put pistons on there so it'll look better with some pistons on there. And then this will be useful for a bunch of other applications too, so be able to use this for a bunch of stuff. Be a robust platform. All right, good. Let's see if I can put some pistons on here. It's gotta be in the short face, so that's too close. How long is a piston? Long as a mother. All right, we could go here. Let's do there, I think. So let's see, that's going to be sideways face there. And then they'll go up one, so right there, and then up one. All right, so one off the back there, right at the ladder. Okay. Try to set up the pivot here. Okay, that's about perfect there. They just need to come up one. Because you need to make a triangle, so they can't go straight, really. And I think we will... Do we go in one? I have problems if I go in one. Go in and back one, I think, below the ladder. I think that's what I'll do. All right. The closer it is to the pivot point, the shorter the swing. So I have to keep that in mind too. So if I go too high, I start getting out of the swing. So if I go... The ladder kind of annoys me where it is with it like this. So I could go forward here and grab... I can't really... I could put it on there. That's not bad, actually. Could do this. Let's do that. So I have to worry about the geometry so that I don't bind this up. So it's got to go like that. Or else I'm going to run out of... I don't have too much range on the pistons, so... Okay. And then let's go... Okay, good. You can go adios, muchachos. All right, those grab nicely. This door is going to be annoying because the door doesn't work, so I have to, like, homunculi in there. I can't crouch and shift in at the same time, so control in at the same time. Okay, there we go. All right, let's check the new pistons out. All right, so I can go the full swing, so I'm probably going to go, like, down. It's not going to tilt that much. Tilt down maybe there, I'd say. And then that should tilt us back. We just want to go a little bit back from vertical. So, like, right there. Perfect. That works really well. So let me check them. And then we'll see where the new limits are. So let's see. So that limit is, let's see, 0.1. Or it's 0.25. I don't know. That's always a pain in the ass to tell which one's which. And then this can go because that's never going to tilt back far enough. So I'll just bang them in real quick. All right, let's see, point. Let's actually just do this so that we make sure that I don't cause problems. By putting in these half blocks, that's going to keep any sort of collision issues to the minimum. All right, let's check that new limitation. Here, I'm going to do this right now. Where's the door controller on this sucker? Right, here's the door controller, there's the door controller. All right, door controller's going back in. All right, now I can actually operate this without driving myself shithouse. I might have them backwards too. Nope, that's pretty good. See if I can get rid of that ladder segment in the fender. I really don't like that ladder in this fender, but I don't mind it above it. Might put a couple foot cutouts there to simulate it. Nice. All right, good. Let's catch up on chat, huh? Hirafe, yeah. I don't like none of those. It's just members are on YouTube and patrons are on Patreon. So. YouTube. All right, let's see. So let's start working on the rear. I'm going to make this nice and short, so I might shorten this wheel. I definitely am going to shorten this wheelbase up. Let's just declaratively state that. Let's grab this. So part of the reason I'm building this is, like, gold is already a lot of steps, and so if we do gold, this will allow us to kind of streamline. And so, like, the train will park right outside of gold, and then we'll go and actually you know, empty the train with this. So let's see. Let's see how much of this I can grab out of here. We're not going to need as much engine. A big part of why this engine is so frickin' large is the reason why this engine so... Actually, don't do that. Cut it. One of the reasons why this engine's so large is it has to work the drills, and this one just needs something to drive it, really, and a little bit of electricity, so should be able to chop this one pretty much. By quite a bit, actually. And I shouldn't need the flywheel, but we'll keep it on there. So we need to come in. We are 1, 2, 3. So let's go 1. Don't do that, you scum. Okay. Try not to cut the things that I need. Okay, so I need like my air and my fuel, so I'm gonna keep those. There was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 cylinder. That should be good. You have all around. Good. Oof, it's close. I might bump it out 1. I'm going to bump it out 1. So I'll make it a 20. And this is for the, so this will make it the gearbox a lot easier to get in there. So I'm going to take power connection off here. And then that will give me all 4 gearboxes out of here to yank them. And they can go right in the rear of the axles here and line right in. So. All right, nice. That will line that right in there, and that will put the gearboxes directly in the drive shafts. So make that a hell of a lot easier to work with. All right, nice. All right, it's, I can't tell the center of gravity while this is still sitting here, but I can't get rid of that until I do a bunch of stuff. So. Can't do that. That's too much. There we go. Do that, and then leave that for now. Go like this. keep it kind of boxy. Do I don't know what this weighs with this sitting in here too. Let's get out some of the stuff that I need here. So I need this engine micro. Ah, come on, dude. Just give me the fucking engine micro. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Give me the engine micro. Thank you. Okay. See what we need to connect here. Most of the engine stuff's connected. That is to the upper paneling, so that also needs to come. I should have cut this instead of I'm having to go back and cut everything again. I should have just cut it originally from the other one. See what else I have. So I'm trying to find all the the lines here. That's occupied. Occupied's gonna turn the monitors on. I need air brakes. Those are gonna come in. Can I put that there? Yeah, okay. Air brakes in. You get the air brake controller, which is in here, right there. What is that? Lighting. We'll take that with us. Should be able to go right there without a problem. Yep. Okay, good. See what else we have for tails here. This is all tilt stuff. Table controls. That's the transmission, which is for just this. And then let's see what we want to take back here. We want to take the lighting package here. Trying to decide if I put a regular bumper and then put like actual visible counterweight in the back here. I might put a visible counterweight sitting on the back of this section here, like what would look like a removable counterweight like you'd have on an excavator. I think that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. What are you? You transmission? You're the transmission. You're coming. All right, transmission is coming. All right, good. So most of the stuff is coming along that needs to go. So. All right, where else? Some tails. We've got lights there. These need to come. Okay. Okay. Cherries are already connected, so I'm just going to grab them off because I don't have to reconnect them. And the ones that are on there are just not connected to anything right now, so we'll do that. All right, and then this also makes them kind of look similar, like they're from the same manufacturer too doing this. You kind of get the same manufacturer lines, which is kind of nice. And let's see, let me redrag the lights because they're not going to be connected correctly if I don't drag them over from the other one. All right, there we go. Let's cut that. The other ones are just dummies at the moment, so. Okay. All right, nice. So we got rear lights, we get front lights, side lights. Let's get these. I don't have any cooling plumbed in yet, but I'll plumb in cooling later. What else do I need? Fuel. Fuel needs to go in. I'm trying to see. I want to get rid of this, so I'm trying to get there. See, what are the connections on here? Let's just do this, because this is going to cause me problems if I don't. So let's grab these. Okay. Anything else I want or need from this? I don't think there is. I'm trying to think. Brakes, that can be plumbed in easily over there. This is the drill stuff. Yeah, let's get rid of it. What are you over here? You anything I need? Shifter, pitch? No. Speed tack? No. Okay. Let's hit the ladder so I can get a nice wide grab of it. Because I can't balance this until I get rid of that. So I've been wanting to balance this. So let's see where center of gravity is. So I want the center of gravity essentially on the hinge. Because as we start to put weight on here, it's going to shift forward. Let's see. What's a 5.5 flywheel weigh? 300, and how much space does that take up? Takes up a 1 by, so it'd be 25, but it doesn't count the center pieces, right? So I don't think it's counting the center pieces. So what do we have there? 5, 15, and then I guess it's still taking up 5 by 5, but yeah, it's still taking up 5 by 5. So I guess. Let's see, what does it cost? 300 or weigh 300? 300 divided by 25 is 12. 12 per space. So let's see what we can do with that. There we go. Gives us quite a bit of weight. Let's cut this shit back here. Careful with that while I'm working it. I like these construction vehicles because they can be pretty boxy, which, you know, you try to like not get boxy angles on a lot of your stuff, but it's like construction vehicles or, you know, heavy duty lifting vehicles can be boxy, so it's kind of nice. Kind of nice to be able to do that. A little bit freeing to have it kind of squared up. Okay. Symmetry there. Let's do. Okay. catch up in chat in a sec. And let's find, I think it's this color it is, okay. Yeah, we'll see where this sits now. Good. Put a little weight in here and then should be able to drop some of this mass down a little bit. All right, good. Let's catch a bunch of chat here. Oh, Alistair. Thank you, Alistair. Appreciate that. Thank you, Alistair, for becoming a member. Love it. I'm going to try to get some... I'm going to try to do Streamlabs or something. I have to test it out, but that makes it a little bit easier for members to interact with me, too, in the chat, but I got to deal with that. I don't know if it helps to avoid wheel slip, but it's going to help balancing. You know, I want this dragged back as far as I can so that as I pick up the container's not going to be that heavy, so... Yeah. But appreciate you, Alistair, for joining the crew. Yeah, he's got some, got himself some emojis now. I'll make some more emojis. If you guys got any... If the members have any ideas for emojis they'd like, vehicles they'd like me to put on there... I could do a bunch too. It'd be nice to put on Vice, do a bunch of other builds. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I put in emojis that I like too, so they're all ones I like, so it doesn't bother me. All right, Daniel, we'll see you. Thanks for hanging out. What do you mean challenge winners for the multiplayer? They can come in for challenge winners can come in for you know, when their thing gets showcased. You know. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and do that color swap now. So I've been putting that off. Let's make sure everything's hooked up first because it is hard for me to get in here when it's pitch black in here too. So let's do this first. All right, where can I put some fuel tanks here? Any space for fuel? No. Could do it off here. I gotta move this though if I do that, but that could actually work. This could be fuel in here. Let's just do that. Let's put fuel in the front because I can also pass liquid through. Is it there? Right there. You can also pass liquid through there. So let's put the tank in here. Let's make it this color here. All right, then I'm going to move the lighting panel, which isn't a big deal. Can't go up. So let's see. Let's stick it there for now, and I'll fix this. Alright, so the fuel can come down into here. So let's go cut you. And then I can add another node there, so we'll leave space for that. I'd like to get this running. All right, there we go. So that is that in place. Yeah, I just need to put the lighting. Oh, shit. The lighting panel somewhere. That's a nice thing about this front cab being quite large and bulbous, is it's just easy to put it places. Go right there. Yeah, if I think this looks too goofy tall, I can move it down, but I kind of like sitting up tall, so. All right, let's put in a vent and a filler on here. So let's do filler on passenger side, I'd say. Okay, we'll do that too. All right, good. So that's the filler for the tank that has a vent on it that goes to the back. Let us see. All right, so there's fuel. Let's get air in here. There's right there. Okay, so where's air gonna be here? So we're gonna pull off of this right here for our impellers. So imp. Okay. Please be air in. Fluid in. Beautiful. Okay. And then we need X hosts, which I could do. So let's go ahead and finish up the supercharger here. Again, I don't need to up gear this because it maxes out, you know, at a pretty low RPS. So it's gonna max out. If I even wanted to save some power, I could down gear it, but I think it's a waste. I don't really need to do it. So I think I might go air inlet. Do I do air inlet above the wheel well is kind of a question I was thinking here. I might. Could do air inlet above the wheel well. Let's do that. Is it just a piece of decoration for some of the stuff in the back here? So. Shit. Nope, that's right. Okay. I was like brain fart for a second there. That's right under the light. Okay, that's fine. Let's go right here instead. All right, and that's doubled up. All right, that's right there. All right, so we need to get to there. Let's just go Zing and Zong. Alright, there we go. I'm one in. Alright, you're gonna be difficult today, huh, guy? Okay, there we go. One fix I would like to see the devs do is, like I have reduced particles on now because of some of the issues that have been caused, so I would like to see them fix that at some point. Right off the 2-banger right here, okay. Because, like, you know, you're getting that effect where I think it's because the carbon dioxide in the gases are showing up as exhaust, because I think it's essentially coded as carbon dioxide. And so if you, you know, if you end up with carbon dioxide coming through the air, it looks like smoke coming out, and people have been complaining about that. So it'd be nice if they fix that at some point. And then you've got the lack of black smoke for our stuff. So they know it. I'd say they know it at this point. You know, it's gonna take them some time to fix it. You know, I don't know. I can't remember if they directly acknowledged it in the update, or in the Q&A, but you know, I think that's on the to-do list. It's just not the most critical of things. All right, there's exhaust and air intakes. Give that a little bit of design work there. All right, let's see. What else do we need here? So we have air. We have that. It should be plumbed in. Let's go ahead and try to start it. So let's... electricity is a mess. I got to fix all the electricity, but... Hey. We're rolling. Not bad. All right, so that's a good start. Let's go ahead and we'll do... I think I'm going to do sticky. AD to here. Let's see if it's backwards. We'll go to sticky and we'll drop the sensitivity pretty low. So let's do 5%. Let's do sticky. But it started, which that's good. Might want to drop the height down to a 2-banger. Looks a little high. I do like driving from up here, but... Okay, that steering's backwards. Why would we think anything else? So this will make it nice and super maneuverable. I think I am going to drop it down to the 2-banger. Just looks overly tall, I think. Looks kind of cool, but it's a little overly tall, I would say. Let's go... Was this backwards? I can't remember. I gotta spawn it again and check it. Yeah, it's backwards. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's try knocking this down. Okay. Let's see if I can grab these. That would be easier. But, no, screw it. Okay, I have weight blocks in there that need to come out too that are high. I'm trying to get that center of gravity lower. I don't want it high like it is. Okay. Drop this height just a little bit here. And that exhaust will come off, of course. That's better. It's a little bit more restrained that way. Symmetry demon. Okay, digging that. Let's go. Okay, a little softening there, nice. Okay, digging that. Let's catch up in the chat here. Oh yes, that's a good idea. Challenge winners for emojis. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah, I like that idea. Let me write that down. See if I can grab my notebook and we'll write that down. So that's a good idea. Thank you, Citrus. So let's see. Winner emoji. Okay. Challenge winner emoji. I like that idea. Yeah, I like the flywheels. Good a bit of weight and they look nice. I don't know. I like this. Still looks pretty tall. It just was like over tall, and then these need to come out. These are lifting the mass. I tried getting all the weight blocks out. Let me see. That drops it a little bit lower. What is this in the front here? That can go. That dong hanging off the front of the axles can go. All right, let's do the color swap here. So I want blackest of night. There we go. And then I want the grade for my wheels for the brand. Where are the rear axles? Rear axles, where you at there, guys? There you are. I did color swap. Did I do color swap? I did. Bastard. All right. You bastard. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. The wheels are now colored. Yeah, I like it. I think it looks good. Take a pick. That came together pretty quick. That's one thing I like. You know, it's pretty cool. It's like, you know, you have different brands and they try to have kind of like their look. And so it's kind of nice to have that because, you know, they reuse their cabs and everything and a bunch of their different stuff. So headlights are kind of in a problematic position, but I dig it. So let's go take it for a drive, Aroni, here. Shit. I deleted the door controller out, you... Let's save it. So one thing I was thinking of doing was adding a modular attach point, which can be done later. So instead of having this singular attach point, do a modular attach point to hook it up to a bunch of different stuff. And then you put the attacher on and then do it. So that's a thought as well that I have. So could do something like that as well. I have to kind of decide, make sure it's strong. So probably like a 3-point attachment system on there. This is the crane controls there. This can go. And then I need to change some stuff up here. Okay, that will go there. Let's go in here. Let's see what we need here. So I think what I'm going to do is... So let's look at this stuff here. Yeah, let's look at this here. Let's go lift up. Let's do forks up. Works down. Works in. Works out. All right, so that'll be the fork controls there. And I should do function 1, 2, 3, 4, and make that a multifunction. So let's go do functions 1 and 3 will be pushes, and 2 and 4 will be toggles. So we'll do button. This will be F1, F1. Button, push, 5. F2, button, toggle, 6. Actually, you know what? If I do them pushes, I can make them toggles. So if I do all of them pushes, I can make them toggles in the logic. So they can have what they need. So just make that function 2 push. If I make them toggles, it's a pain in the ass to turn them the other way. Let's see, F3, button, toggle, push rather. And then this will be F4. F4, button, push. Nice. So that'll set us up for this where all right, so that will set it up where these are function buttons, and then so like I can assign through logic the function to go out to this. So likely I will make this a multifunction thing. So like I could add a crane arm on there. I could add something that can actually connect to containers. So that will give me some functionality on this. Like I could keep it the way it is and then put all those things on this because it does have that hardpoint connector. So I may do that. That could actually be a good idea to do that. So let's leave it as it is now instead of putting a 3-point, because a 3-point could be a pain in the ass. Trying to decide. Yeah, we'll run the functions through here and then I'll manually detach. I don't know, shit. I need to be able to detach this, though. I do need to be able to detach that, so. Could just make it function, 1 or something. You can make it function 1. All right. Let's plumb that in. So where's the panel? Right here. And instead of seat, so this is going to be, let's see, linear tracks. So this is going to be different now. So let's get an up-down counter. Okay, so 1 and 2 are going to be up, down, enabled. Negative 0.25, 0.25, 0.25, bingo. All right, that will then go to the linear tracks. Okay. Let's see what we need here, and then do a Boolean. So if it's not X or Y, it'll reset that because it's linear tracks. That I don't have to worry about. Not gonna go like that. Not gonna go like that. Actually, that don't like where that is. You go like that. Bingo. You there. You there. Good. Line's not crooked. Happiness is achievable. Then you go like this. So if it's 0, it's going to give me breaks. Reset value is 0. Beautiful. If it's not 0, it will release the gripper brakes. Nice, nice. Tilt is going to change. See you later, you devil. Tilt is going to be 3, 4. So now it's going to be 3, 4. Beautiful, gorgeous, awesome, yay. All right, you go there. Theoretically, if I can ever drag you there, good. Tilt, let's see. Which one was up? Up, so they're in opposition, so it's up, down, so it's going to be 4 is up. Okay, I put them in opposition. All right, that's good there. And then let's update this, and then I'll expand English language me speak. I'll expand this panel to be able to add the function buttons. Pull it out here for now. I don't know if this is too tall to spawn in the train hangar, but likely when I end up spawning this, it's going to end up being with a mission anyway. All right, so let's go function. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need at least 4 nodes in there. Actually, no. It's gonna just send out on the it's gonna send out on composite. Shit. Make function 1 detach. So let's go. Detach. Let's see, yeah. Then we'll do 3 functions from there. So we'll do detach. Call it detach. Screw it. Trying to go overboard there. All right. This got in the way. There we go. I didn't put a spawn on there, so I don't know where the spawn was. All right, detach, and that's going to be 1. Or it's not going to be 1, but what am I doing here? Should be 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll make detach 4 so I don't accidentally hit it all the time. And then these will be plumbed out. So I'll just call 4 detach instead of function 4. That way, make it easier. And then these are going to be booleans. We're going to start at 1. We'll end at quattro. We'll end at trace, actually. Trace. Zing, zang, zap. All right, and then where did that go? That's going to be a composite output. That's going to be 2 hard point. All right, 2 hard point. All right, now that's going to, where the hell did it go? Right here. Let's get a text in the spawn. Okay, right there. All right, that's going to read through, it'll get turned in channels 1, 2, 3 for that. And then so each particular part that I put on there, like say we put on a special system for doing containers, it will have up to 3 functions on it. All right, so that will get plumbed in. Let's move you. You're not a huge pain in the ass anymore to plumb. Let's see. All right, let's put you right there. All right, so detach is going to be, where are you at there, guy? Detach is going to actually be what detaches this. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll have composite. This composite here is going to go to there so that it can go through into the part. This is not going to be seat anymore. This is going to be panels. Okay, and then let's update that. And then let's grab the panels. So the panels will go, where are they going right now? From drill panels. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's got to change. That's not a big deal. It actually can probably just be disconnected and we're fine. Let's see what that was doing. That was just, so what that was doing is right here. This is how I did it to make the engine rev up for the drills. Is all it does when 4 gets selected, it will rev up the drill. So we actually don't want that anymore. And then what do we have? That is X. So we're just going to get rid of plus X. And then that can be all deleted there. And that can get rid of from drill panels. Bingo. All right, good. That's good. Update that. Need to fix the seat. Up, down is going to be reset 100% shift. 80 is steering. I don't know if I want this. Let's do, I think sticky is better, especially for articulated. You don't want it to straighten itself out. You want it to stay where you leave it. Accelerate brakes, fine. Left, right, nothing right now. Shift up, down. That should be all set. All right, we're having a little bit of a stalling issue. We'll see what's up with that. Oh, you know what it is? Is the clutch. The clutch is always engaged now, so I need to fix that. So let's go to, because the system changed. So where are you at, guy? Clutch. Drive clutch right there. Drive clutch goes in there. Nice. And then this is systems clutch can go. We don't have a systems clutch anymore because the systems clutch ran all the systems while we were doing that shit. What were you? I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was all about. Let's see. Systems clutch right here. We don't need a systems clutch. So I don't really need to, I'll just leave it the way it is. I don't need to play with it. It's fine. I could take out systems clutch if I need a space, but I don't think I do. All right, let's go ahead and let's give it a drive. Test out all the systems. I need the new door panel. Let's save it. All right, let's go ahead and grab the drill. I need that door panel again. Let's grab this and just find the friggin' door panel that was right here. And if I feel I need more mass, I can throw even more in there. Need to do a bunch of electrical work in here. Kind of fear that. Let's do batteries. It's not a huge deal. It should actually go pretty quick. So let's go batteries. Let's put 2 right here. Let's grab a relay. We have a ton of space in here. This is very easy on space, which is kind of a nice change. All right, you go to there. That is going to be the hot side. Hot side will go to doors and lights. So there's that. Light. Light. And then what do you go? You go back to the rear, and then you should go down to all these lights down here. All right, good. That way this can go directly to here, and then that will go hot bus. You are a physics sensor. You go right there. All of this stuff is hooked in. You go right to the cold side. Nice. Camera is pretty useless where it is. That will move. This camera's fine where it is. That one will plug into here. And then we'll plug into there. You go to all the engine stuff. That will go right to here. That's all plugged. This stuff is all going to go... That acts as a battery, so I actually really don't want to hook that to anything. I don't screw it. What are you? Electrical connectors. You don't need to be connected to anything. Okay, those lights are fine. These don't need to be connected to electricity, or should not be, need to be. Hinge needs to be connected to electricity. This needs to be hooked to electricity. It's pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and save that, and we'll do the forklift with infinite electricity off and see what the hell happens here. All right, door opens. Lovely. All right, mirrors are not on. I don't know why. Bunch of bullshit. Probably, let's see. Systems master, where are you? You're right here. Master power needs to go to the relay. That will do that. And then you guys, that will give us power. There we go. We're lit up now. Still missing mirrors. There we go. Alright, so by being sticky, it allows me to keep my cab facing where I want, because sometimes you're going to pick something up, you're going to be like this. So what I need to do as well is I need to limit this. So that's my limit right there. Let's hit the brakes. Brakes aren't connected. That's why we're not slowing down. Let's quickly... Can you open up for a change door? Just not be a pain in the dick. I'll dick pain you. Let's see. 0.52. Okay, 0.52. Let's see. I need to put something. It's got to go to a microcontroller, or else it's not going to work. Let's see. Let's hook it up to the steering stability controller. Steering stability controller right here. That will make it so we can't go full bang on a when we're going fast, which is helpful. Let's grab this color here. Let's go ahead and we will make sure we color swap out all that. Get off color swap before there's tears and pain and suffering. All right, let's go like that. Let's go ahead and we will go. Should be able to cut this down. We don't need port wheel. Seat and physics sensor, we do. You go away. Constant on signal is going to be... System power. Okay. So where's that? That is right there. Master power goes there. This goes to the right there. Seat. And then, let's see. See if this holds the angle correctly or if this gives me problems. This will protect us from, like, friggin' turning super duper fast if I, try to go, like, full turn at high speed, it's gonna prevent it. So it's slow, but that means I just need to increase the sensitivity on the seat. But it will, let's see, does it steer back? Let me see if I stop us. I gotta put the brakes on too. Let's do the brakes. I can't stop us effectively. Brake controller, you got put in here. Where are you, guy? Right here. Service brakes, go to variable brake, variable brake, variable brake, and variable brake. And then you are park brakes, park, and park. All right, park. And then let's see, you're all hooked up, you're good. And then let's increase the sensitivity on the seat. So I've got a low. Let's go to 10. But this came together pretty quick. There's not much to this, you know. It's mostly, a lot of the work was done getting the other vehicle set up. So it's like I didn't have to build the cab. I didn't have to go through all the switches. Like minimal changes. Let's say up, down, in. Oh, look, I got him in the right direction the first try. What a friggin' shock that is. That happens. It's up. This is resetting itself. See that? Okay, that's screwed up. I gotta fix that. That's fine. The other one's screwy. I know what I did too. All right, so I have to make sure I shut the brakes off. And then this steers better, but like when we get up to speed, oh, two of the lights just fell off. Like it shouldn't let me do crazy turns. Like it is, see how it's limiting me? It's not letting me go more than that angle. But as I slow down, it's gonna give me more angle. You can see it's starting to give me more angle. So likely I'm going to have to increase it so that it will give me more. Right. And then I got to fix this before this causes problems. Forklift micro, let's see, right here. That's the tilt. Why are you having problems here, son? Are they toggles? They could be stuck as toggles. I got to check them. They're probably toggles. All right, they should be pushes, not toggles. Let me check them. Push, push, toggle. Yep. Push. Okay, that was toggle. That would be why that was having problems. All right, good. And then let's see. We want to go. Let's find the steering controller here. And then I want to clamp this out. So let's see. Clamp. X, comma, negative 0.52, comma, 0.52. That puts the limitation in for max turn. Okay. Let's increase this to 0.35. We'll increase that number up. Check all the lights while we're here. This is not plugged into electricity. None of this shit is, so I gotta fix that. Then the headlights will end up probably getting moved right to the middle, maybe. So yeah, they just need to be moved in one block each, and they can shine through the center section. And then the spots, I should put spots up on, right on the side of the cherries is where they should go. We might have power now. That's what it was. We have power now. Okay. Cherries. The rear's nothing here. Rear's got nothing, so I gotta check that. electricity. Let's go in reverse. I gotta take the brake off before I can go in reverse. All right, no reverse lights, so it looks like the ass needs to be plumbed differently. All right, so... So we can turn nice and tight because we have the articulated steering here. See if we get a... see, the containers are sideways. Oh, Jesus. Need some grip on these tires. But this is overly fast. This should be geared down quite a bit. I need to gear this down. This center bar, crossbar is right in the way of where I need to see. I might cut it out. I'll cut it out and move it up one. I might not need the center crossbars. I'll get rid of the crossbars altogether. Let me try to catch up on chat here. I thought it was, you know, I like, I don't know, the giraffe wasn't too bad, but like being 2 blocks taller, I actually don't want it at the same height as the forklift part. So I kind of like this being where it is now. It still looks damn tall, but it's not like obscenely tall. And I can see over all the containers. Oh shit! I was gonna say, I've got sticky steering in here for a reason. Like, so say you're gonna grab a container or something, you want to be able to leave your articulated steering like this. So imagine you're trying to load stone in the back of a dump truck, right? You want to come up to the dump truck. Say the Evergreen is the dump truck, right? So I want to come up to the dump truck as a front end loader. The Evergreen's not going to work. I can't get in there that tight. But like, say I'm going to get in here and I want to load up to that scrap mechanic, the orange one over there. So it's a dump truck and I want to dump stone in the back of it. So I come in and you have to like do some of these things with articulated to get in. So now we're going to turn like this and we're going to hit the brakes. And bingo, now we're lined up to put stone in the back. If we straightened out, you notice now it turns the front of the cab to the left. So sometimes you want to use your articulation to get that turn in. So it's still limiting me here, so I need to see why. Let me see what it's on here for. I need to increase the limit on this. Is it trying to steer itself back with the stability system? No, it just needs to increase. It's running off a PID, so it needs to just increase a little bit because it's not reaching the set point. So I just need to increase that. So this, let's see. So the container would be opposite to this. So likely what I'll do is I'll also make a container module. This will be fun to operate containers with too. Yeah, and this is the benefit of having an articulated system is you can turn really tight. Now, like I said, I have to increase it so it can turn even tighter. But like we look at where it can go, you know, it can maneuver pretty well here. And this is without the tires being gripped up properly. So we grip those tires up. That'll help too because I'm going to bang that. All right. So nice. I'm liking it. Oh, you got a good boat hull you like? Nice. Put it. I'd like to see it. Go work for Boeing. Don't want that on your resume. Let's increase this to... Alright, I keep forgetting to hook these lights up too. Alright, spots go there, and then these spots here. I could put these spots on here. Yeah, let's put them on here on stocks, I think. Let's put them up here. And then I might tilt them down. And then the headlights need to move over. So I'm trying to do all the things that I'm thinking of at once. Go like this. Okay, you got merged. We'll have to check the lights in the back. What the hell is up with these is the question. Alright, these got plumbed into nothing. So let's go ahead and plumb them there. That's why they're having problems. You are connected. You're good. Headlights, I wanted to move in, and I want to change the way that this is set up in here. So I wanted to get rid of the center sections there. So let's go like this. There we go. Now we can see more readily through there. We have better viz. There we go. I like that. All right, good. Content, content, content. And then headlights. So headlights, I just need to move in 2 blocks. Okay. So let's do... Nah, I don't want to... I was going to just try to shift them, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Hopefully this doesn't hit them, but I doubt it. The headlights will go there through here. You know, it saves so much time just kind of taking another build and being able to pull it. And especially they look... It gives them that similar look, which I like, you know. Shit. Did I do something I wasn't supposed to? No. Okay. Close, but didn't. All right. Yeah, let's go. You. All right, so now those are in. We've got spots up top. Likely the camera that's on the front is going to go right there. Let's do that now. That gives a bird's eye of this. All right, and then this can just get a block in there to cover that up. Beauteous. That camera's still good out the back. We like that. Nice. Let's quickly bang together a... Let's see what... Let me see what my spacing is on this. So it would be 5. Make sure I can go 5. I should be able to. All right, as long as we can go 5, which we can, which is perfect, because the other containers the same way, is on the other containers, this is sideways. There's a reason I did it that way on the other one, is I didn't want to see the little hole. That's why it's sideways. So let's, you know what, we'll do this. It's not a big deal. Let's do it. It's right there. Cut you. Let's do that. This way, and then I'll fix the intermodals because that way they'll all be compatible and I don't have to make a special thing to like operate between containers and the intermodal. There we go. All right, so now I can grab regular containers and I can grab intermodals, which are intermodals as well. All right, so that will let me grab regular containers too now. Let's fix this so it says detach on 4 instead of function. And we want 4 to be toggle. This is going to be detach. Attachment. Detach attachment. Detach utility. Better. All right. Something fall. See random shit falling, and then I get nervous. Hey, mirrors, yay. Finally. Alright, the mirrors have to be retuned in for their tilt. I think that got deleted, so it's not even on there anymore. Alright, I have to hook the backup battery up. Alright, boats in Discord. Let me check. Yep, so we're going to do mining tomorrow, so, you know, I don't know exactly what time I'll get up. Probably like, you know, noon my time maybe is probably when I'll stream because I have to get up and get ready for it. But I already have the thumbnail done. The world is set up. I have most of the creations. Kind of why I got back on and was finishing this. You know, one thought was pulling the containers off the train with crab. I think it works a lot better doing this. Where do you put it there, Citrus? Oh, is this the one? Okay, I see it. Just some other people had talked beyond that. Let's bring it up. All right, so here's the boat hull. That looks good. I like that. A little bit higher. Scuppers, nice. I like the bridge. Looks good. It's a good size. Good shape on it. Yep. Yeah, I like it. Came out nice. Sometimes it's tough to get those hulls where you want them. Like I was saying, I tried doing one of my hull tutorials, and it was like I couldn't figure out how to build a hull for the life of me just because I was doing a tutorial. It's like, Jesus Christ. You know, it was frustrating as hell. All right, so let's see if we can get to... see, we're still not getting our full bend here, which I want. So I might take the steering stability controller off if I can't get this to bend where I want it to. And then this goes too fast, I would say. I don't know. We'll see. It is kind of convenient to be able to go pretty fast places. I don't have it hooked up. Battery needs to be hooked up. Engine temp. Well, engine temp's fine. So, like, now by turning that sideways, we can now grab containers, and I'll just turn it sideways. The only reason I did it was it had that pipe hole on the intermodals, so I was like, I'll turn it this way so I don't see the pipe hole, but it's a pretty silly reason to do it. So, like, grab the Spam container here. Whoa, 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 a little bit tippy there. Not tippy, it's just slippery. We're going fast for a vehicle this size. That's this one right here. There we go. Grab, easy to see, very easy to see. Get a pick here. I like it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. That you gotta worry about. That's the problem with articulated. Once you go sideways like that, it wants to crank over because the diameter on this side is less. We gotta be careful of that. All right, let me see. I gotta try to fix myself here. See if I can get us tipped over. So I need some more weight, and it needs to be lower. Need more weight, and it needs to be lower. Okay. Good to know, good to know. Let's fix that up. Alright, so that's where the center of gravity is. Let's see, do we have any more silly weight blocks sticking up high? We don't. Okay, let's really start banging some weight in here. Let's get you, whatever the hell you are, and move you up. Oh my god, what am I doing here? Let's go back like that. Okay. Oh, these arrows are the death of me. I really just don't even want to deal with them. Right, that should not do anything. I'm going to try to do... Let's strip some weight. So let's get off symmetry, strip some weight out of the top here. That I can't do. These I can. Okay. These are wall. Those can't go. This is all able to go. Alright, try to drop the center of gravity down. That can go. Can you go? No, you can't. You can go. You can go. You can go. Can you go? No. Okay. I think you cannot go. Okay, good to know. Perfect. Alright, this one here. How did you not get colored correctly? Let's fix you. The color department. Alright, stuff some of this stuff back where it goes. Let's see. Stand by. More of this can come out. I'm trying to get rid of as much of this unnecessary weight as possible. Like that can go. That cannot go. Okay, that can go. You can all go here. Okay, great. And then this is weight blocks. I don't need them that high. Let's yank these out. Let's yank all this weight block out in there. We'll focus very much on adding it as low as possible. We'll get that low, low, low. Okay. What is this? That's the ladder. Okay, let's fix the color on it. And the micros can just go against the walls for now. Or become the walls. Just go against the walls. I don't need to trim that hard. But we just took out a bunch of high weight. And so just dropping this weight down as much as I can here. That should fit there. Come on, drag you sucker. Drag you sucker. That's good. And then this one here can move. Should be able to pull right there at the same spot on the other side, which is there. How far are we? One more. Okay, one more. And then push that against the wall. That gets rid of extraneous blocks. Make sure we're not screwed here on uncovering stuff we don't want to. Nope. Beautiful. So we're trimming out some good weight out of here. All right, good. All right, so now we should be able to hammer in an absolute ton of weight in here. Let's get this air brake system moved if we can. All right, I cut off the end of that, so that's got to be replaced. We'll move the air brakes here. All right, and go up, and we should have all the air brake components. Let's see, cut that. Are we looking in the back here? We have no space. We'll put it up in here somewhere. It's reasonably light, so we'll move it up, and then we'll replace it down low with block, block, block. There we go. All right, that's in. That's fine where it is. All right, and let's grab... What are we looking at here for spaces? I accidentally delete something I didn't mean to? No, okay. Better get the right color here. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. We can put a shitload of battle cannons in there. Let's look at the weight right now and where the center of gravity is. So CG is right about here. All right, and we want to move it back and down if we can. So let's see. That's where it is currently. Let's grab some battle cannons. These are the wrong ones. I always get the wrong ones, these. So what are we at here? We're at 3169 right now. Symmetry, come on, man. Don't do what I say. Do what I want. All right, there we go. 35. That's a good bit of weight added in there right away. There we go. We're up to 38. Keep going. I'm racking some weight in here. Let's see if I can see anything in here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me visualize, mother. MF. Okay. Okay, that added in a good bit. What are we up to now? 40, 49. You see we're going back and down by a block so far. I don't want to add any in the front, really. Let's double up in here. Okay, can I go sideways here? I can. Okay, with the weight block. And we'll go across this axle in the middle here. It's not really an axle, it's just a piece of block there. All right, let's see what we're up to. We're up to 46.19. We're a little bit further forward, so we'll do our final blocking in the back here. If I put another one of these, it's going to be a little bit high. I don't want to raise it up too high. These are raising it up pretty high. It's a lot of weight. I want the weight, though. I need the weight. Can this microcontroller go anywhere else? I don't think it can. Not really. It can go in here. Yeah, these two can go inside the front. And then I can start really banging some mass in the back here. Oh, come on. Pain in the ass. Cut that. All right, good. Okay. I'll put those in the front. Ooh, there we go. Look at that, baby. That fits nicely. All right, good. Good, that's in. We're looking at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. That's perfect. Okay, good. Come on, stop doing it. Random shit. There we go. Look at that. Right behind, and it's quite a bit down now. We're up to 51.19. Let's go give that a check. Because the higher that container goes and the further forward it goes, the more likely it is to tip us over. So that's one reason why I'm doing it sideways and not forward back. And ideally, you want to keep it as low as possible. I'd like to pull two. For example, one of my heaviest vehicles is my container loader. They're the container shifter, because it holds two. It has an absolute insane amount of weight. You know, so this one is like half the mass of that. And I have to be careful. If I mass up too much, I'm not going to be able to steer. So I can still steer. All right, we're able to still steer. I'll add grip to the tires. That will help. But I want it to be in the back so that when I add that container, it should put it about center. You know, I could drop some weight off the front if we still have a problem, but ideally, the main thing is the high center of gravity. I don't think the tipping is too bad. It's the lateral that I'm worried about. Look at the spam sitting vertical there. Okay. And I'm probably going to down gear this more. I don't want this going super fast, especially being articulated, it's just going to cause problems if you have an articulated moving so fast. It's a good chance to roll it over. Okay, let's go down. Go up one. And then with being articulated and it's sticky articulated, I can move this back and forth. I gotta go up a little bit or else it's gonna lock. See, it auto locks, so it's be careful of it a little bit. The other one grabbed pretty reliably. This one's up too much. There we go. All right, good. All right, so we're locked in now at about 50%. So one thing I should be doing is tilting this towards me. That will help get the weight more towards me. And we just hit that, of course we did. All right, so there we go, turning with it. Let's go forward. So that's much better. I'm probably gonna, I don't know. I was gonna say I was gonna put hydraulics in the back, but I can't get them. That's not gonna be enough. They're too long too. So let's go all the way up. All the way up's gonna be interesting. So. Could be spam meat, yeah. All right, so that is locked at max height. Let's take a pick. That's pretty damn impressive. Let's see if it has problems. See, this is good balancing the devs did. You know, again, they're far from friggin' perfect, but it's like the good balancing they did was that we had the containers were too heavy for a long, long time. And because the containers were so heavy for a long, long time, like, stuff like this was really challenging. Like, that's why Triton could handle containers. It was more impressive back when the containers weighed, like, twice as much as they do now. Because it was, you know, like, it could double load containers then, you know. But now it's possible I can load Tethys with containers because, you know, they decrease the container mass. Like, see how we can make our turns now? I am going slow, but you should be going slow with that much weight that high. Like, literally, like, in modern forklifts, in telehandlers, they have weight sensors, and if you get the weight too far up, it will, or not too far up, but as you increase the weight, as you increase the length of how far out the weight is, essentially you're getting more torque, it will automatically reduce your speed so that you can't roll it, or you're not going to roll it as readily. But that's pretty damn impressive there. I think that's pretty damn good. And it's maneuverable. Like you can see, I can turn pretty tight with it. So, like, the further forward that container is, the more problems we're going to have. Try to get some pics here. Look at the spam container sitting up on the side. It's like a little Where's Waldo over there. So, like, for example, let's start pushing it out. This is where you're going to get into problems. That is a huge change in center of gravity. That is massive because, like, you know, the further you go from the body, the more it effectively weighs because the longer your lever arm. And so by putting it out like that, that is really... There we go. See, we're going to roll. So, like, that is the sort of thing that is legitimately something you have to worry about as a forklift or a crane operator. In the lulls, they had gauges, and it would tell you... Let me see. I think I brought them up before. Let me see if I can find it. Telehandler weight chart. So you have a weight chart. They're kind of cool Let me bring it up. I'm going to pause the game just so that I can not tip it over while I'm doing this, showing you this. But so like here are the weight charts for a lot of these telehandlers. This is what would be in there, and they're kind of neat. Is oh, you're going to give me the smallest image known to man. I appreciate that. Give me one that is like of reasonable size. It tells me on the right how big they are. That one's not terrible. That one's good. Okay, let's open this one. I can actually zoom in on this one. So, like, this is the telehandler here, and it's telling you you have 15,000 pounds max forks load with boom fully retracted only and below 40-degree boom angle. So, the maximum total weight you can take on this particular model is 15,000, period. Okay? And now as you look, as you go up, right here is 12,000. All right, so like if you were just carrying it across the ground, you could go 15. All right. And now as you bring the boom angle up, as long as you stay non-extended, you should be able to do 12,000 pounds. Once you start to extend, you're going to have to start, you're getting out of that range. Now, look, you can take 12,000, you can go vertical, not vertical, but you can go all the way up here, and you can extend out to here, and you can still hold 12,000. But as soon as you start to extend out to D, notice you're down to 8,500 pounds. So, and then as you get up here, it starts to increase your mass to 10,000 pounds because you're closer to the body. As you bring it up, you're also getting closer to the body. So you can extend out to D at 8,500 pounds at ground level, but as you go up, you're going to pull it back into this range. You're actually going to be able to hold more. And then if you extended the boom all the way out to H, you can only lift 3,000 pounds. All right, and then as you lift from H all the way up vertical, you're going to get into the 8,500 pounds. So that's the whole thing that's going on here is this boom angle. So that's very important to understand. As you extend your lever arm, the torque is doing more. And it's like, for example, if you take a soda bottle, a 2-liter bottle, and you hold it in your hands, like say you hold it in 2 fingers, right? Just take your thumb and your pointer and you like go around the neck of the bottle and you hold it up to your chest or right in front of your chest. You can hold it no problem. Now you take and you extend your arm all the way out. And you'll feel how it starts to pull in your back, how it makes your arm tired really quickly. You know, and that's what's happening with these, is the torque, the longer your arm, the longer your lever arm, the more torque it's putting on. So it's effectively multiplying the mass. You know, that's why, like, when you're trying to lift something, you're supposed to pull it as close to you as possible. You call it your power zone. You pull it close to you and then lift because it's effectively, it weighs less because your arms, your lever arms, that's why they call them lever arms, is their arms. So it's kind of neat how all that stuff works. But, you know, so that's very important. And you can see the difference visually in game where with it out here, I'm not going to make this turn. But if I lower it, so as you notice, we're bringing it towards our body again, right? So now it's towards our body. Now let's see if we tip over like, we're touching the ground, so I got to push it out a little bit. All right, see how it locks in place? That makes it so that even though it's very heavy, we can hold it. So now, as you notice, we're not tipping over because it's relatively close to us again. Now as I tip it back, oh, shit. As I tip it back, even though it's going higher, the weight is relatively closer to us. And now I should be able to drive, you know, with it and turn with it up like that. And like, as you can see, I could go all the way up. As I go up with it tilted back, notice the weight is actually coming closer and closer and closer to my center of gravity. So the weight is getting closer and closer and closer to my center of gravity, even though it's up high. Now, the problem is lateral forces. If I start driving around crazy and try to do a turn, the lever arm now becomes the height of it. So right now, as long as I drive like a normal person, the mass is actually closer to my center of gravity than when it was lower because it's moved back. But if I start driving like an asshole and I start turning really hard, well, we're also getting a force forward and to the left because the container still wants to go left. And so that's going to use the lever arm off of the height of it. So we have to be really careful when we have the load up high, but you can see we can still handle it. You know, so let's go grab a double stack. So we'll drive around a little bit with this up. You know, it's one of the reasons why, again, why I have manual transmissions is this being a manual transmission, I can limit my speed, I don't have the speedo hooked up, by my gear ratio. And so if I'm, like, worried I'm going to tip over, I'll downshift 2 gears. And now, no matter how hard I press the W key, we will not go faster. You know, it's why I think a manual is better in most cases. Is now this is going to limit my speed. All right, so pretty simple physics again. If we add a second container, we're doubling the mass. Well, you know, we have to make sure the weight is probably lower because, you know, we have double the mass. We could probably go half the height. If, like, say this is max where we're at. Let's say this is the maximum. If we double the weight, we can do about half the maximum because we're gonna be doubling the weight, and so we need to reduce the lever arm by double. You know, simply speaking, of course. All right, let's line that up. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll go grab this. Let's go jump out real quick. Yeah. I might not want it to auto grab, but we'll see. I'll probably make it so that it sets the brake when we get out of our seat. I don't have my reverse lights aren't working here. Oh, brake's on. Brake on, I can't shift, so. I've got that set up so I can't shift when I have the brake on. So now the reason why we're not steering all that well is because it's pulling the rear off the ground, and that's where our steering point is. When we're going forward, the steering point is in the front. So you shift your weight, you're actually shifting your pivot point. That happens in, for example, tractor trailers that have multiple axles on the trailer. Depending on how hard you're turning it, it changes which wheel is your pivot point. So you have to understand that if you're turning harder, you're going to drag the fronts, you're going to pivot off the rears. If you're dragging less, you're going to pivot off the closer tires, and you're going to pivot off those. So you got to keep that in mind. All right, so now we want to set the brake. We're going to go out. So notice it goes down too. So you would want to go up and down like that. Come down a little bit. All right, good. Let's go grab that. All right, good. So we are connected. So we got a double stack now. So we can't expect to lift this very high with a double stack. So notice we're already starting to tip over there. So we got to be very careful. We got to start rotating it back. This might just be too much for this vehicle, which it probably is. Like, literally, for me to get a double stack with the container shifter, let's go grab the container shifter. The container shifter weighs an ungodly amount to be able to handle 2 containers. It's really obscene how heavy it has to be. This thing weighs 7260. And as you notice, it's nowhere near the height that is. And notice the way this is set up. You have the forklift, you have the forks. These do not tilt, they just go up, down. And also, look at how much vehicle is in the rear. All this vehicle is in the rear because this becomes your pivot point, and this is all counterbalance for this. So it really has to be like an ungodly amount of weight in here. It's 7260 to be able to handle 2 containers. So just it's asking a lot to have it do that. And plus, that's rear steer. That's not articulating steering, for a good reason. That's a good way to tip over, is articulated steering, because if you think about it, as you rotate, you're making your footprint on one side smaller than the other, and it makes it so that you can more easily tip over. So there's just a good chance that we're not going to be able to handle 2, which is fine. I don't really need to handle 2 with this. If I need to handle 2, I'll grab the shifter. Like, there's a good chance we tip over if I try. I'm trying to get it to lock off the ground. I think it's locked now. You see, like, it's just not going to play ball. It's just not counterbalanced enough in the rear to do it, That's just too much mass, which is fine. That's not this job. The shifter's job is to move 2 containers. This job is to go make them go high. That's the whole point of this one, is to make things go very high. So, you know, and they actually have those at the facilities. They have certain vehicles designed for certain things. Like they might have one that it has a very high reach, but it's not designed to actually lift them. It's designed to stack them. So like this could be a stacker where you are just stacking containers. You try to get it stacked up here. You got to go up and forward like that. All right, and then down. So like this could be a stacker here where it stacks the containers. Am I not in gear? I'm not in gear. That's the only reason I don't like the put the brake to automatically neutralize me, is I can't like preset my gears. Are we hitting something? What's going on here? There we go. Okay, I wasn't in gear. I'll put backup alarm on this. That will help me get set up. So like this would be, and then now that's stacked. So this would be like a stacker. So we can take one all the way up high, but we can't take 2, which is fine. That's reasonable, you know. Yeah, and you have these at container facilities. They'll stack the containers 10 high. You know, there's no way in hell they could grab full containers and stack them 10 high. But they can do it because they're not stacking it for the purpose of storage. They're stacking it for the purpose of putting empty containers to get them out of the way. And so they'll stack empty containers 10 high because the container can't take, you know, the container weighs 40,000 pounds a piece, and you stack 10 of them. That's 400,000 pounds sitting on the bottom container. Just not going to be able to take it. Where, you know, if you have them empty, the container only weighs 7,500 pounds. So now you have 7,500 times, you know, say 10. So you have 75,000 pounds. You know, the container can take that. It just can't take 400,000 pounds, you know. I'm probably going to change this around. Forward, back on the outside, maybe. I don't know. That camera up top will help once I get that inside. Steer, steer, steer. A little bit of grip on these tires will help me steer it too. There we go. Okay, we got another container. So again, we want to tip it towards us. And if we tip it towards us, we can hold, you know, we can put it all the way up top. So, but you can see kind of like the mechanics of it and the physics of it, and you kind of understand that it helps you kind of set these things up and build them. Like I'm driving pretty rambunctiously, pretty fast, and this handles one container fine. You know, we can go all the way up to the top, and we can drive not crazy, but we do need to tip it back. If we don't tip it back, we're screwed, you know. A little bit more grip on the tires will help me with this turning. There we go. All right, good. So we'll tip it down and forward at the same time. There we go. There we go. Let's go in reverse. See if we can get a fourth on there. We gotta be close. Pretty close. Okay, that's what was. I need to turn a little bit. Oh, tilt. Okay, I gotta tilt in a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right, we got that one. Not too hard to find. I'm using this center strut to get in the center of the container. Just I needed to tilt it, so. Good visibility on this. I can, like, see, I'm driving like a crazy person, and I'm still able to pretty much, you know, it needs to be tilted back, or else I'm not going to be able to turn. But, it's just taking too much weight by not being tilted like that. I'm start driving like a crazy person, put it in gear. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Tilt the forks back. Okay, good. Let's see where we're at here. Let's go up. See if I can get this fourth one in there. Probably should be able to get a fourth on there. I'll probably do struts on the other section too. All right, we'll go slow on this one, and now I definitely do not want to tip this forward until we get right up against the containers. That's a good way to tip right over. All right, so we'll line it up right in the center of the Jet A. There we go. It actually was doing all right there, and I kind of... All right, we'll just... So I don't even need to see it. What I need to see is I need to look at the angle here. And then we'll go down. We'll go up, and then we'll go in reverse. We won't even look at it. We'll see how it looks when I get backed up. There we go. Looks pretty good. It's a little off-center, but it's not bad. But not a bad stacking job, especially the last one. I didn't even look third person, so not a bad stack job. So that will stack 4 containers. Not that we ever need that, but it's good to have the capability to get something up super high, because we're going to need that to be able to put the coal into the thing. And what I'll do is here. Let's go work on that intermodal real quick. Let me try to... I'll catch up with chat, guys. I see you just sent me a message. So a little grip on these tires will help make it a little bit more responsive. It's a little bit slippery because the tires aren't gripped. That'll help a little bit. So we're in top gear. We're probably doing like 20 miles an hour or something like that. Well, this works pretty well as a, you know, should work well to do the job. So, like, this is going to be able to run back and forth to the train and grab, and be able to grab the intermodal coal or the mineral bunkers off the train and bring it right into the gold. You know, we might use this in other areas too. Likely, we're not going to be using it at the main facility because we don't need it. This could be spawned at Screeches to for selling purposes. Let's save it real quick. All right, that's good. And then let's go ahead and let's grab this. So some things I want to do with the intermodal. Let me catch up with chat first. Let me look. Catch up. Let's talk in here. Okay. It's always sticky. So I want it to always be sticky. I don't want it to reset. Reset's a good way for it to shake. And I would rather manually do it. It does have the steering stability system, so it will move more slowly the faster you're going. So that way it's better that way. Yep, I made the container shifter. Yep, I did make the container shift, yep. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm surprised you can get that on anything. That container shifter is very, very heavy. Sorry I missed you there for a little bit, Carly. Just catching up. I get kind of engrossed in what I'm doing, and I don't want to forget things. Yep. East Coast time. Yes, that is the that particular forklift was with outriggers. Not all of them have outriggers. The lull that I drove didn't have outriggers. That was that one. That one was its chart was based on no outriggers because it didn't have any. Yep, how's it going there, Aaron? Yeah, I did one earlier today. Did one now. How's it going, Neotastic? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a little while. We'll see you later, Alistair. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for us becoming a member. I appreciate that, Alistair. I'll make sure I add you to everything. Yes, I know I'm streaming on Twitch as well. Yep. I don't know why that's not coming up. Hawken should be coming up. How's it going there, Hawken? Yeah, the for some reason it's I'm supposed to be getting chat on both. Oh, I see you now. Okay, yeah, I've got you on this. Yeah, for some reason. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, just generally, I'm kind of new to. I've been streaming on Twitch for a while, but I just started doing restream again. I finally got all the stuff figured out I needed to do to make sure I was getting monetized on YouTube and doing restream. So I am doing restream on Twitch. I mostly do YouTube. You know, it's I do a lot of videos, tutorial videos. So they're better on YouTube, but yeah, I just started doing restream for Twitch as well in the last week or so. But I plan on doing all my streams on both now. So if you prefer watching on Twitch, you can do that. I do see your chat now that I'm on the dual view. For a couple days there, nobody was on Twitch, or one or two people were on Twitch, so it was kind of looking at the YouTube chat instead of looking at the dual chat. So this is the whole reason I had this turned, was I don't like that pipe. This pipe kind of bothers me. All right, so let's change some things. I got rid of the grippers. That will make it come off the container. So this is what we're going to be using that with mostly, is this to load and unload coal. The thing is, I need to also put something in that I can control by one of the functions. This. So what I want to do here is find the panel. Let's find the panel for this. So right here, it's this panel. So let's grab it, and we'll get it out of here for a second. Actually, you know what we should be able to do? Let's go through here. Let's actually go back with that. So we should be able to go from here to here and over to there. And then I just need I want to make this 5 and 6. 5 and 6. Okay, and then what we'll do here is I'll fix these to 5 and 6. And we'll make this 5. I'll make this 6. All right, and then what we'll do here... Actually, I shouldn't have done that. Let's do this. So that's connected. Then let's just do this. Let's go in here. Two is going to be rear. So one of these will be 2. That will be rear. So this will be 1 and 5. This will be 2 and 6. And we'll just do ORs. All right, so now what this is going to allow me to do is, this is my first function from the panel. So what I'll be able to do is the hard point from the cab, I should be able to dump the load. Because what's going to happen is either I can do the flip switch or I can trigger it via the hardpoint connector. So this will now let me dump the coal without having to get out, no clip up there, press the button. So I should be able to do it in here. So that will send a signal through the hardpoint through this panel into here. And then these, that should work. So that's good. Let's save that. But yeah, most of my stuff's on YouTube. I do a lot of like tutorial videos and stuff, so they're just better suited to YouTube. But yeah, I've been trying to do Twitch and trying to get affiliate on Twitch. So. I used to do mostly, I'd stream Tarkov on Twitch and YouTube for everything else. Yeah, but it's working well. Yep, nice container skyscraper. A little War Thunder for Aaron. What's the favorite boat I've built? I don't know. Probably Triton. I'm starting to like Tethys more than Triton because it's more. I have more. I think the spaces inside are better. Tethys is more complete, but I tend to. I know Triton's one of my favorites. It's just depends on the job. Like if it was more specific, like what's your favorite? Like for moving barges and containers would be the 2111 T800 for moving liquids. So that's all set. So this should be able to be dumpable. So I can grab this with the forklift, raise it up, press function 1, and it will dump out of this bottom dump here. And then function 2 will dump out of the rear. Not that we're ever going to use that, but I might actually just get rid of it then if we're going to never use it. There's no real... I'd have to tip it to dump out of the rear. It has to be tipped, so... Yeah, it has to be tipped, so I might just get rid of that. Let's just go with... Yeah, let's just get rid of that. Because it's going to have to be tipped, and so if I accidentally press the button, I'm going to lose some. So let's do that. That's probably safer. And then these two are fine. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's just safer. Less chance I spill. All right, nice. All right, so that's pretty good. We got most of it done. Let's check a couple issues that were not resolved. 21.5, this one here. See why these lights in the rear are not lighting. All right, reverse. These are reversed lights, so they need to come off of wherever gearbox 3 is. Right, that gearbox, I don't know, is that reverse? No, G2, G3, where's G3 reverse? Right here. These need to plumb in here. All right, let's see what these are. Oh, Christ. These markers, let me look. What are these? Why are these? These aren't even supposed to be. Yeah, these aren't even supposed to light up, these here. So. And let's see why these aren't lit up. Let's check the electricity on this. That's why these weren't plugged in. I was wondering why these weren't plugged in before, because they're not supposed to be plugged in. There we go. That's why those weren't plugged in. These are markers here. They're all plugged in. Let's see. Let's turn on some lights and see how they look. Yeah, I wanted this. We made good progress on this. This was fast to get done. So, most of it's the screens and everything from the other stuff. So, cameras aren't working at the moment. All right, check the headlights. Yep, they shine through the middle, so we can actually use them now. Nice. Let's go through the spots. So we have front work lights, which are on top. That's good. Press it again. We get front and rear work lights. Press it one more time. We get just rear work lights. That's good. All right. All right. We've got cherries. We have flashers, front, sides, and rear. Good. Rear's working now. We have markers on the rear. Press the brakes. Brake lights come on. Good. So all that's going. Let's go in reverse. I have to shut the brake off. There we go. We've got reverse lights. Nice. All right. Good. So lights are all working. Beautiful. Excellent. 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 But yeah, so this should work really well to get that. And let's do one more thing that I wanted to do before I go. Let's see. Grab that, and then we'll go like this. But you can see how you know, with just a little bit of tilt, you can put it all the way up and drive, and just a little bit of not tipped. That's where like you're gonna see a lot of people are gonna be like, you know, they'll think something's impossible because they just don't understand the physics of how it works. And one of the reasons I know these things is, again, I've driven some telehandlers and stuff like that, and it kind of helps to know that stuff. The other thing to get more tilt back is to lower the pivot point down. That will tip it back more relatively, but I don't think we really need it. The other thing too is I kind of want a little bit of ground clearance to make sure that I don't have issues, you know, because I'm going to be, you know, we go off-road a little bit more than kind of would IRL, so makes it a little bit easier. All right, what was I testing? Checking. I want to make sure this doesn't obscure vision too much. So no, I can still see perfectly even with both sections moving. Yeah, I can drive, I can see, and it looks good to have the struts on there. I might even have to do some struts. Oh, hitting the light. But definitely that's really works well. And then there's a bunch of different ideas I have for adding stuff like tipping skips and stuff like that. Bunch of different mechanisms that can be added to the utilities that can be added to the end there and work through the function keys. So like I should be able to press function 1 and that will be my dump button. All right, and so see how it's doing, it's a push. So what we want to do here is let's save this. Let's open this back up. And then I'll probably finish up here. Because yeah, we're about 6 hours streaming today. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna get in here. We'll do this as kind of last thing. All right, so what I want here is for 1, that is going to be the function. So what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll go to an up-down counter. And we will go threshold 1. All right. And then this here will be, let's see, 0, 1, and then 2. So 2, enabled 1. I need to put in pulses, but so we'll go 1 will go up. And then I need to pulse these out for the ore. So if this is 2, that's going to reset us. Reset 0. Let's go, I could put a pulse right in there. So now when I can keep that as a push, and there we go. Now as I push that up, we'll be able to cycle through. So we'll be able to dump it with the function 1 key. So we'll put it over the, say, the gold separator, press 1. It will dump the bottom dump. Once it's done, we can go connect to the next one. What I should do is if it disconnects, I wonder if it disconnects, if it will automatically click it over. I don't know. It should. It should automatically. So when I separate from container 1, the fear is if you connect up to container 2, we'll start dumping immediately. I don't think it will. I think it'll reset it. So, but pretty cool. So that's all set. Let's update that. Let's go ahead and save. Right there. Make sure I'm not overwriting other stuff I don't want to. All right. All right, good. Excellent. Let's quickly catch up with chat. Try to catch up on over here. Yeah. Yep, Triton's a couple of years old now. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite a, goes way back, you know. But you know, some of the interior stuff I definitely like. Triton was being a ship that big. Like I see some like new players, they'll start building like enormous stuff, and it's like, you know, they don't have the speed to really get anything like that actually done to completion. You know, and it's you pick up a lot of speed, like speed with logic, speed with just building blocks, little tricks here and there. You know, it's like the best thing to do as a new player is start with something small, get it completed, move on to the next build. Start with something small, get that completed, move on to the next build. You know, it's just way too much to try to do it all at once. But let's go ahead, and I think we'll thank the members and everybody else, and we'll finish up here. So let's thank you, Side Mountain, Connor Boyle, Danny, Sergeant Chaos, Aaron Repairs All, Rasmus Johnson, Citrus, Anton Anderson, Zaki, Mandaviar, and now Alistair Hansen. So thank you, Alistair, for joining today. Thank you to Chicken Store for being a patron. Members and patrons get special perks like priority in joining multiplayer streams. We're going to have the first of the multiplayer series tomorrow, which will be mining. Been working on a bunch of stuff the last couple days for that, so that should be all set to go. This was kind of the last tool we needed, and we should be able to get going on that. Probably stream about noon Eastern time tomorrow. Thank you to everybody for watching. If you have not subscribed and you're new, please consider subscribing. If you guys would like the video, it helps me out. I appreciate that. And we'll see you tomorrow for multiplayer.